What is up, friends? Welcome back to the Brave New Wear Show. My name's Christian. Before you stands the Humble Croc in white. The Croc is the quintessential ugly shoe. Since its initial release and popularity in the early 2000s, it's been understood almost like by a psychic wave by everybody that this shoe before you is essentially ugly. It's got kind of a bulbous toe, multiple holes throughout, and this little anklet thing. But more than anything else, the Croc is unlike any other kind of shoe. It's made out of this kind of foam resin. In a lot of ways, the Croc is like the ugly American shoe. They are a zero effort ordeal, and they're very easy to put on and clean. And their popularity seems to be based on the fact that they're extremely practical for certain activities and day-to-day ongoings. They have no pretension, and unlike a lot of extremely practical clothing, say like, I don't know, jeans or something like that, they didn't really come out of workwear. The creator, Lyndon Duke Hansen, initially thought of them as a boat shoe, with their easy dry action and their natural ability to float. The thing about Crocs, and probably all garments in general, is that when an item is extremely practical, with disregard for aesthetics, its moment and appreciation will come down the road. And I think that's going to happen for the Croc. I don't know when, but I think kind of a fashion moment, more than what we saw with Balenciaga, because that was still kind of a meme. T-shirts and jeans weren't always thought of as beautiful or cool, especially not when they were first created. And in fact, I would bet that the way that people saw jeans or t-shirts in the early 20th century was probably a lot like how we think of Crocs right now. They are obviously practical. They're garments that serve a specific purpose, but they're not what a gentleman or lady would wear if they're trying to dress nice, or if they give a heck about their aesthetics or their appearance. Here's my point. I don't think it's a matter of form over function, so to speak. I don't think that that's a battle that the Croc has to play. I think despite the fact that Crocs are seemingly superbly ugly when they were first introduced, aesthetics in many ways are extremely malleable by mostly our perception. More and more, I think it's really when a garment performs a task very well and can easily find a place in the lives of so many people that we will in time begin to see it as cool or fun or interesting. And that is what the Croc does right now and has done for the last like 20 years. A lot of people own them. There's like 300 million sold. And the people who do own them and wear them, they are so practical, so needed, and so kind of beloved, even though their perception is of being ugly. The people who will start to make the Croc cool are those who will wear it with both a sense of aesthetics, but also a sense of being cool, laissez-faire, kind of chill, I guess is the right word. Appreciating or understanding that this guy is not a very serious shoe. It's a casual shoe. It's what a loafer, penny loafer was maybe the mid 20th century. It's super casual and you know it and you're kind of showing it off. I think that if people are imagining kind of like the dude type character who just wears like janky clothing all the time and he throws on Crocs, I'm not saying that guy's gonna be cool, and I'm not saying that guy's going to establish what is cool. Kind of like when I talked about the t-shirt and Marlon Brando, it's like there will come a point where this seemingly strictly pragmatic garment is shown in a light to be cool and is worn by a character or people in a way that is not so precious, but still aesthetically interesting. And that's gonna happen, guys. It is gonna happen. And to convince you otherwise, here I have a collection of fits that show off the Croc and how to wear it. Fit number one, we've got The all-American country boy. This guy, if you live in the country, you probably have seen him. He might be wearing work boots instead of those Crocs. But you know what's funny about this whole look is, I bet if you played it in New York, like you wore this in New York, the, like, implication of everything would shift. Just by putting these, like a Carhartt jacket, some Levi's and Crocs together and walk out the street in Williamsburg, people will be like, wow, that guy's cool. Or they won't. But that's fit number 1. Fit number 2, we've got the subtle flexor. This is maybe what you might imagine is the fashion-forward way of wearing Crocs with your clothes. I've got my boxy Sunseat tee on, my wide Uniqlo U jeans from a while ago, and the Crocs kind of fit the silhouette not bad. They fit it pretty well. Last on my list is the gardener. You see he's got his little hat, and he's got those Patagonia baggies on, and the Crocs make an excellent addition to the look. Makes me kind of want to do some Animal Crossing. So, I try to keep this one quick, guys, because I promised you a video every Wednesday and Sunday. So if you enjoyed this silly Croc content, please subscribe. For part 2 of the video, let's see what kind of Game Boy stuff I found in my parents' basement. Multiple Game Boy Advances. These are obviously not just mine, but my siblings, but we've got Game Boy Advance in red and blue. I don't know why we had 2 Game Boy colors of the same. Same, like, what do you call this? Turquoise. This one, with Pokemon Yellow still in it. Now, guys, don't get excited. Obviously, the battery in the the battery in the game is dead. My saves are almost certainly gone. We won't be able to see what kind of cool Pokemon I had. But is it playing? You know what you don't remember is how dim this screen was. Get it at the right angle so my camera can see. And I'll catch you guys later.